Hi guys, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. I am on for this month's design team project for Whichcraft Do You Do. I thought we'd have some fun today and make some ATCoins. Now, most of you are probably aware of your ATCs or your artist trading cards, which are your 2.5 by 3.5 inch cards that people make and either collage or mix media or stick whatever on the top, draw, paint, that sort of thing. And they're actually designed to be traded with other people. And you'd put your information on the back in that. So ATCoins are a similar thing, except they're round. And they are 2.5 inch in diameter. So I did stumble across them years ago, and I have made a few in the past. But to make it easier for myself, because there's nothing worse than cutting circles, I did get myself a 2.5 inch punch. So that makes life a lot easier. So we'll be using that. So I will be putting links down below to some of the kits that I'm using today. I don't know if I'll have all the kits linked because this is such a great scrap busting project. So it's great if you've got little bits and pieces of kits left over. So I've just grabbed bits and pieces from here and there of the Whichcraft Do You Do kits to use for this. Okay, so I find it great to use packaging for the bases. Now, if you are going to trade it with someone else, you do want it quite thick, or if you're going to do a lot of mixed media on it. So therefore, you might want to do a couple of layers of your card. And as I said, I like to use packaging for the base. But because I'll be making them to slip in future journals, I'll just do the one base layer so that they're not too thick and bulky. So I use my punch just to punch out some circles. So this is packaging from somewhere or other, and it looks like it's a tea-dyed lot that my mother did. So I'm just going to use that. And I'll just punch out 4 for now because I have done some previously. So yes, if you want it really thick, you just do a couple of these and stick them together. But that's going to be firm enough for me. So I might stick my other pieces on the shinier side, and that leaves the nice tea-dyed matte side for us to write on in our journals. So if you were going to trade these, you'd put your name and maybe a title for the card and the date or whatever on there to trade to someone else. But as I said, I'll be using these to slip into pockets in my journal, so I'll leave writing space on the back. Okay, so next you start your decorating. So what I like to do is a layer of something or other. So I've got some book page. I've got some illustrations from book pages. I thought that, it is great for scrap busting, so you can use all your scraps for this as well. And I'm pretty sure this is out of the Bits and Pieces Set 10 kit from Whichcraft Do You Do. I've used some of these beautiful tiled pages as well. So then you just go in again with your punch and punch yourself some tops. I don't think this is going to fit somehow, or is it? It can be tight fit. Oh yes, it does. Great way to use these more boring parts that you cut off of your illustrations as a background piece. Botanical book. We'll get the flower from that one. So I think in general for the artist, trading coins people would be quite artistic and stamp and colour and all that, which you can do. I'm not that artistic, so that's where the digitals come in handy. And as I said, it's such a great way to use the little pieces and labels and that you have left over that you've printed out. So then we'll stick these circles on top of these when I can find my glue. Just using my tacky glue. It's getting a bit empty. So I hope you're all well. It's finally cooled down a bit here in South Australia. It's beautiful weather at the moment. before it sticks, I just want to wiggle it around so I've got even coverage there. Stick that down. So there are those 4 bases ready to go. So I might ink around a couple of them. I don't know if I want to do Ground Express around all of them, but we will with the vintage text one. And then you can have some fun just embellishing them. So what I have done is grabbed a whole lot of stuff here. I've got the butterflies from, is it on one of these sheets? The Butterflies Collection Set 4. I printed that out for my mixed media that I did with a pile of butterflies, and I just used blue butterflies, so I have all of these left. So great to use those. They're a perfect size to put on there, so I've got them. It's a flowers collection, I'm pretty sure. I think I wrote these down somewhere, but I've got more flowers in here somewhere. No, or did I put it in with my flowers in here? What I've got is this, it's not a printer's tray, but it's like a printer's tray. Someone put together and had it hanging on a wall. And I thought, this is great. I grabbed it from the op shop. Great to stick all these little bits in if you're doing a project where you're going to use lots of little bits. And yes, I put it in here. It's the Flowers Collection Set 1 that has all of these flowers, which I used on another project as well. Then I printed out some of these because these will be great for any and all projects, and I didn't have them printed out, so, and I've cut some of these out, so they're the Numbers and Letters Set 1. Great size to put on as well. Just checking, yes, it was the Set 10 for the tiles there. I also got some of these pages from Set 10 for some different coloured backgrounds. What else have we got in here? As you can see, I have cut out a whole lot of tops and bases. I've got a few that are ready for me to put together. I've got some of the vintage people that I used in a project previously. So I've got some of the little pink ones. I just cut out the little ones that will fit on top of my circles. There are my butterflies. These have already been backed onto card and sealed for my other project that I did. I have, now is this Set 10 as well? I think this might be Set 10. And it had all these beautiful little pieces, leaves and butterflies and people and that. So I've done a few colours of them as well. I have some little mushroom pieces from, I think that was from a freebie. So you just go through, see what kits you've got leftovers of that you might be able to use, and then head over to Whichcraft Do You Do's website, have a look at their kits and see which ones you think might work for the designs you want to do. I do strongly suggest this number and letter one though. That is awesome. So, and the flowers and all of them actually. So I had a bit too much fun. I've got a lot more I could use as well, but there's only so much fussy cutting I want to do at the moment. So we will embellish some of these. So we'll grab the ones that we just made, and we'll have a look and see what we can find to go on them. And I think with our flower we need a butterfly. And I think I might need my glasses. They might help. And of course I've only got my blue butterflies cut out at the moment. And they might all be a bit big. That's kind of nice though. So what I might do is fussy cut out 1 or 2 of these and see which one I like. cut out a couple of butterflies, and I also found this little piece which I might add, and then I hunted for my words. So this is the words collection one, and there's a lot of different coloured words and that in there, which is handy because if you're looking for a specific sort of vintage colour to go with your project, they even have like ones that are just in your white and your black as well, and I thought that'd be perfect for this project. So what I might do is back my word onto some more of the scrap cardboard. Give it a bit of height. Let that dry for a bit. Might give this just a slight inking around the edges. That's a bit better. I'm going to cut my word down. Give that a bit of an ink as well. To figure out our placement here. Now, I know with the artist trading cards that you're apparently not meant to have bits hanging over the edge because they are to be slipped into the pockets that hold the cards. So I assume it's the same with your coins. You're not meant to have all these bits hanging over the edge and that, so I will chop off any bits that do hang over the edge. That'll make them fit into pockets in my journals easier anyway. So I might just use my tweezer for all these little bits. Got our two beautiful, but I love that orange one. Not sure whether I want both on there at this point. Figure out where we want to put our word and whether we want the wings over the top. Kind of do like that. I think that'll be nice. So let's put our word down. So you can make these as simple and intricate as you like. Do have an idea. I might just grab my gel pens. So I quite like this one. I think we'll just use this one. We might go around the edge, which is a circle, which I hate, but if I try and make it sort of messy, it's not going to be too bad, hopefully. Try and make it messier like that. Don't think I have to try very hard. And then we'll put a little butterfly on. Don't know if you heard that noise. The pipes for my bathroom. Oops, we want to see the W, don't we? Pipes for my bathroom must come through the back of my craft room. So when someone switches the tap on, it makes a whining noise. Whoops, I'm getting gel pen everywhere, but that's all right. Note to self, let gel pen dry. It's very simple, but I do really like that. You can also add bling in that. I don't think I will with this one. I quite like it the way it is, but we might with some of the other ones. Just double check that I don't want this other butterfly on there. No. Okay. Next we will do this one. Okay, so for this one I have found, I like the look of the mushroom actually. As I said, I think this was one of the freebies from Whichcraft Do You Do, which should be on their website. You can have a look, or in the Facebook group, which is Playing with Paper and Glue. Also, I will remind you that if you do get any of the digitals from Whichcraft Do You Do, just use the code NAT2024 and you will receive 25% off of any digital product, which is very kind of them. So, looks like I've got a bit of a gum tree there. It's a pity I don't have a koala somewhere. I probably do, but trying to find it is the hard thing. So we'll do this instead, something like that. Could of course layer these if I want to. Definitely need something else, so I'll grab out some of my scraps. So I'll stick it on first. And I'll trim this edge down just a tad. That fits nice. Now before we stick that down, I want to figure out where we want our number. I might do it something like that, but I feel like I need to corner round or rip the corners. Maybe we'll try rounding them. Might not work too well though. It's not too bad. I'll just snip that little bit off there. Something like that will do. It's a fun way to mass make a whole pile of ephemera while using up a whole lot of scraps and digital scraps and that you have. And when you go to use them in a journal, if you wanted to, you could always put a hole in them, put an eyelet in and a little tag topper, or add things to it then. But as I said, I'll keep them pretty plain, like you would if you were going to trade them for now. Oh, I like that. So we might stick him on. Just give him a bit of ink. Just to get the white bits that I haven't cut off. that'll do for that one. And we've got this brownish one. Just going to cut a few shapes and then we'll decide which one we want to use. If we don't use it for this one, it can go into my little container there for another one. All these pieces will go back into my scrap bin because I'm a hoarder. Okay, get them out of the way because I've already got too much stuff on my table here. So, I do like that. So we definitely need to ink that. I'm thinking I probably have an ink that goes a little better with the colour there. So we could offset it a bit. I'll put it smack bang in the middle. Kind of like that. What else do we have? We've got person. Well, that looks good. I love all these little pieces. So these are mostly from the Bits and Pieces set 10. There's a bit of an autumn theme going on there. Quite like it with the leaves like that actually. Let's do that. So we'll stick this down because that I am sure of. And figure out our placement. Let me just get some colour onto this. So the Bits and Pieces set 10 is heaps of fun because it has these tile pieces and the plainer sort of distressed pieces as well. It has all these little bits that you can decorate with, which are a lot of fun. Hadn't played with this kit before, so when I saw it I thought it was perfect for this project. I feel so clumsy today. Haven't really done many talking videos for a long while, other than my haul videos. There is a reason for that. But yeah, I thought I would try and come on and talk through this one, which is, yeah, difficult. Alright, put a person on. I like that, that's nice. Nice autumnal one. Could do the butterfly, but I just think it's probably a bit of overkill. I prefer simpler pieces. So I can always add to it if I want to. So there's that one. So that's 3. Okay, what are we going to do with this? What have we got that we haven't really used much of? Got our little people and our flowers. Here we go. Oh, she's gorgeous. I think I'll stick with her. She's cute. She sort of does need something to sit on though, doesn't she? So we'll grab her a number or a letter. Maybe a letter. Maybe her name starts with B. Oh, there's a nice size C. It's not really the colour I want now, but we can fix that. So we could have a different colour. I've only cut out, I got sick of fussy cutting them, so I've only got the blue and the peachy coloured ones. But that's all right. If I'm desperate for another colour, I can cut it out. Oh, that's looking kind of cute. Do we want a third flower? I don't think so, but yeah, I don't think I want the leaves. Got these things. They're sort of like liquid pearl, I assume, but they're a cheaper variation and I'm really bad at them. But I'm thinking we might use some of them. So, and we could use another glitter pen. That one's dark. It's a pastel. They are so bright, it scares me. It's this one. We'll go around the circumference again. Get that up the right way. Just grabbing the first text stamp I can find. Stamp block. Let's see what this colour's all about. That looks all right. Definitely need to do some inking around the edges. She's so cute. Something like that will be all right for the flowers. Do we want the third one? So of course, if you don't have a printer or digitals, you could always just use, you know, bits and pieces you find in your books for this. Or your own little art pieces, stamped images, all that sort of thing would look really cool. All right, now this is the hard thing. Don't know if you're meant to shake this stuff or not. I definitely need to practice. Could put some in the middle of my flowers, but probably ruin my flowers. Will it even come out? Might be hard as a rock for all I know. Oh, there's some. Anyway, let's put some on somewhere. Let's just put some here. Add something, I suppose. All right, I think that'll do for that. Now, I might actually go now and finish off a whole pile, and then I will come back and show you, because I've probably taken long enough, and I think you get the idea. I sat down last night and made a pile of these ATCoins. These were so much fun to make, so I strongly suggest you give it a go. It's such a nice little area to create on. So we've got this one, so it's background paper from the kit, which is the Bits and Pieces 10, which is, I think, what I used the most pieces out of. Got one of the vintage people, one of my illuminated letters and a stamp. The words, I did use quite a few words out of the word kit, and I just put a punched piece of paper behind that one. So I've got this one. I thought I'd be a bit silly with this one, and I added the leaves from the Bits and Pieces 10 kit and a butterfly wing to the people. One of the words, and I did use some of my little, what would you call them, dimensional sticky stuff. So it was quite fun, actually. And I inked around some of them, and other ones I actually drew around them with my gel pens, usually the glitter ones, or the metallics. So I've drawn a border around this one in the purple, which I like. Did some of my sticky bling. This one already had some stencil marks on it from cleaning off a stencil. A postage stamp, a little bit of lace, and a couple of the beautiful butterflies from the butterfly kit. So all of them I've left so that they can be written on. Oh, there's two there. I thought it looked a bit thick. There. And I've got this green one. Because all the colours were very similar, they all sort of blended in a bit. So I did go around some of the bits and pieces with my glitter gel. And just some little bits of lace. Great way of using up the little bits that you won't use for other things, I thought. And one of the letters from the Numbers and Letters kit, which was fun to use as well. So this one I used one of your label makers to do the words there. And that was the mushroom stamp from a freebie kit. One of their butterflies and one of the background pieces. And I added some of your glitter gel to the border and the butterfly. This cutie. So vintage people. One of their words, which I cut into bits. I think they're from, might be the vintage flowers. And I added some bling to the centre of the flowers. Very simple. But I love these. These are going to be beautiful additions to some journals. This is quite a vintage style one with a letter. Butterfly. I'm pretty sure those butterflies are from the Bits and Pieces 10. One of the vintage people. Bit of scrap ribbon. And some music paper. Background from set 10 Bits and Pieces. One of the flowers. Some of my sticky bling. vintage people, numbers, and then a bit of lace. So heaps of fun just using all these little bits. More lace. So it's back onto music paper again. Similar pieces to a lot of the other ones. Same as this. Though I think that number one came from the freebie kit with the mushrooms. I punched out another circle to put underneath. The backing of this is from I think it's an air conditioning manual. But I love the graph piece and I like the numbers down the bottom. So from the mushroom kit, and some pieces from Bits and Pieces 10, and the backgrounds from that same kit as well. So all in blue again. If I wanted to, I could highlight around the person with my gel pen or a black pen. I've got some little bits of curtain lace that I dyed in blue for another project underneath. And I did do gel pen. Don't think I did the border, but I did some of the little pattern pieces there just to give it a little bit of shine. One of the numbers. So much fun. And these are the ones we did together. So these, of course, were your illustrations from books. Scrap pieces where I've cut out what I wanted and then I just had the scraps left in my scrap bin. And I love the way they turned out as well. So you don't need all the kit stuff. You can just use your scraps around the place, which is heaps of fun. But it was great having all these different pieces to play around with and the numbers and that. And it's a great way of using up the leftover bits that you've got. So that was such a fun project. So thank you to the lovely ladies at Whichcraft Do You Do for their awesome digitals. Also, do check out below. There's a link to the shop. So, and if you head over to buy any of their digitals, do put in the code, which is below as well, and you can get 25% off of any digital product. There's also a link below to the other ladies on the design team, so you can check out what they've been making as well. So I hope you have a wonderful and crafty time, and I will see you again soon. Bye.